Hi, Spokes Riders. Today, Pam is going to take us through a 5-point checklist on how to achieve and maintain fabulous form while you're on the bike. So, fabulous form is not just about looking good on the bike, although it helps. It does help. And I do a super person outfit on. Yeah, I love it. Helps me look fabulous. But when you have fabulous form on the bike, not only will look good, but you'll feel good. You'll feel strong, you'll feel aligned, and you'll be smooth. So you can really nail what your instructor's laying out there for you. So, Pam's made it easy for us. She's going to take us through 5 points.
So yes, your outfit, as we all know, a great outfit makes you feel good to some degree on the inside. But fabulous form makes you feel really good from the inside out. So you put those two together, and you're unstoppable. But it is complex. It's really not that simple. Because we're a kinetic chain, we're rather complex beings, period. But a kinetic chain just means that what happens, if there's movement at one joint, it's going to affect all the other joints, relative to that, the neighboring joints. So think of it as one of those wooden snakes that are on the, often carnivals or boardwalk or whatever. You grab the tail and the whole snake kind of moves. The same thing happens in your body. Anyone who's ever been to physical therapy has probably found out, like, a hitch in your ankle can affect your shoulder on the opposite side. It's
Which
kind of
always
strange.
blows me away.
Yeah. So to make it easy, I'm just going to break it down into 5 points. But these aren't just 5 points that you're like, check, done, done, done. You have to maintain that throughout the entire ride. And that's where you get your power, change your body, get healthier, stronger. So I'm going to start at the bottom, because that's really what's moving. Feet, then your knees, hips, shoulders, and head. The most important thing with feet is to be sure the ball of your foot's on the center of the pedal for number 1. Good foot placement, and then good foot connection is keeping your foot flat and pedaling with the wide part of your foot. It's helpful to spread your toes, feel the wide part of your foot, press evenly, inner edge to outer edge, especially if you tend to supinate. If you look at your shoes, and you walk on the outer edges of your shoes, which a lot of people do, it's not optimal, of course, when you're walking. You certainly don't want to try to bring that to the bike. So press down evenly through the ball of your foot, a big toe knuckle, little toe knuckle, heels and toes forward. Kissing cousins is what I call them, your knees and toes. They're kind of buds. They like to hang out together. So your knees track forward. And a lot of times you have a wonky knee. I see some people who have a little imbalance on one side and the one knee will kind of wave like a flag in the wind.
Yeah, I've totally seen that.
Yeah, you got to reel that in. You got to reel that in. And so not knock-kneed, not, clown car is what Karen calls it. I think it was riding a horse or, so you don't want too much of anything. So once you move up to your hips, this is where the real juicy stuff is. Your hips are not only headquarters in your body, that's your hub. And just like a car, the hub of a wheel on a car, if that hub, is really solid and aligned, that car is going to get really good gas mileage. So you want your hub solid, sturdy, and aligned. Think of your sitting bones. Those are the 2 bones on the bottom of your bum. It's your feet when you're not standing. So whenever you sit, you're looking for those 2 bones rather than sitting on flesh. So flesh is what makes the saddle uncomfortable. Flesh is what happens when there's, kind of a tuck of your tail and you're sort of rounding excessively in your back, or conversely, the other extreme, a little too rigid, and you're riding forward, terribly uncomfortable. So you're looking for your bones. Sit on those sitting bones so that you feel stable, then your spine can lift, and that allows your shoulders to be really soft. So the alignment of shoulders, there's a lot of, first of all, we bring a lot of tension to the bike anyway.
Definitely.
In shoulders. People hold a lot of tension, neck, shoulder area. And then you're going to ride for 50 minutes, with a little bit of holding there, not the best use of your time. So the more you feel grounded in your saddle, anchored, rooted, stable, sturdy, your shoulders can usually relax. I want to feel a sense of opening or breadth, width across your chest and length in your neck so that it's, it's not this restricted, constricted, elevated, holding, freeze out. And then your head is an extension of your spine. So a lot of times riders will spend the whole ride jutting their chin up to look forward or to look around and see what's going on, which is really excessive extension in the cervical spine. And that's not healthy at all. Certainly not something you want to hold for a long time.
Yep.
So keep the back of the neck long. If you're going to look up, look with your eyes.
That's a good one, especially for newer riders, because you do want to check in with what your instructor looks like.
Sure.
Right? Especially if you're looking for cues on good form, right? Or just to make sure you're sure what's happening.
Or ideas on what to wear.
Ideas on what to wear, another great one.
Yeah, so I think that really, remember that's not, again, the 5 things that you're like, okay, toes forward, knees forward, hips planted, shoulders soft, heads in line. You got to go through that constantly.
Yeah.
So maintaining that throughout the whole ride is really where you get your big return on your time on the bike.
Yeah, so when your instructor says, hey, it's a great time to check in with your form, or whatever phrase they use, or scan your body, let go of any tension, whatever the phrase is, just remember Pam running you through this chain, right? So to recap, start with your feet, toes and feet pointing forward, up to your knees. You want to keep those in line, right? So not too wide, not too wonky is your word.
Wonky.
Hips anchored in the saddle, solid, steady, sturdy, coming up to your shoulders, relaxed. Try not to have your shoulders up in your ears, just let go of that tension, soft. And then your head aligned with your spine. Look forward with your eyes. Try not to have your head down here, which is the most common one.
Yeah.
Right? And also, though, not cocked too far back. So, great tips, Pam, as always. And thanks for tuning in. Bicycles Riders, stay awesome.
Stay awesome.